Hello, everyone. This is Bill Griggs from the CNC Router Tips group on Facebook. And we're doing a live stream here in YouTube for members of the CNC Router Tips group and any other interested folks who are into CNC routers and um, machining and want to talk about it and what projects they have going on or any help that they need getting their machines to work properly or the software to work properly. Um, we do these every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and we'd love to have you join us. It's kind of a rare thing because most of these broadcasts don't allow you, the listener, to actually interact with the people who are doing it. So, if you'd like to join us, we'll put a link in the comments inside of the Facebook group and a link into the comments of this video so that you can join us. Hey, what's up, Scott? How are
How's
you
it
doing
going?
today?
Doing
Very
pretty
good.
good. Are you?
Hey, good. We got a little chihuahua popping in and out. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, are you working on anything cool?
Um, I'm working on a project. It's a door. Um, it's a Gothic arch door with two lights in it, and I'm having an issue with being able to resize it. I drew it up in VCarve, and I
Hmm.
need to be able to resize it. I don't know.
To resize it to a specific size?
Yeah, yeah. And keep the mullions at a certain width. It's got mullions in it that need to be 7/8 and stay 7/8. And the rail and stiles need to be 2 1/4 and stay 2 1/4. So the geometry needs to, certain parts of the geometry needs to be able to grow with the size of the door, and others need to stay static.
That's going to be tough, actually. If
Yeah,
you're trying to change the size of the door components, but separate from those two styles and the mullions, um, you could scale the styles and what was the other? You said mullion, right?
yeah, mullions, the
Yeah,
center
you
mullions.
could scale those separately and then just highlight and drag over the other parts of your drawing and scale that to a specific size. If you inside of VCarve Pro, there's um, a thing when you're changing this resizing a drawing, you can either do it by putting in an inches, an actual dimension, or you can put it in by percentage. And so you could measure what size you have there, and you could figure out what size you need it to be, and then just put in that percentage, and it will shrink it down to that size.
Yeah. If I can share my screen with you, I'll show you what I've got. Um,
Sure, give me just a sec. I'll enable that. Go ahead.
okay, let me see if I can share this here.
It's funny that's what you bring up because I was just doing this earlier today. That's the only reason I have the.
Okay, you see my screen here?
Nope, not yet.
Let's see. I don't know if I did that right or not. Let me come back in here. Well, let's see.
Let me make sure I turned it on properly for you. Yep.
It says select. Okay, so I want to share my screen. Need to select.
You,
I need to select screens.
yeah, you select whichever screen has what you want, whichever little window has it displayed in it. And if it doesn't, it's probably in your browser or VCarve Pro, and you can select one of those and move from there.
Still can't see it. Let me see here. Still nothing.
Okay. Um,
Let me see. I see the green share icon.
yeah,
If I click.
you
Okay,
click on that.
right?
Okay, and then a window will open up.
And I
And
see the entire screen, application windows,
hmm
and my different applications. So if I select, I should be able to select on entire screen, right?
yeah, you can do the entire screen, or you can do the specific application if you already have VCarve Pro open.
Okay, so if I select that, I guess nothing happens.
Um, what options are you seeing available for you to share?
Entire screen, application windows, VCar Pro, and then I got some other
And did
applications.
you want to show me VCarve Pro or
Yeah,
something else? Click
VCar.
VCarve Pro
Okay, that's what I did.
and then click the share button.
Oh, I got, okay. Duh. Okay, can you see it now?
I sure can. It's usually something simple.
Yeah. Okay. So you
Yeah.
see what I got here, right? I
Yeah.
got some back operations on this. Let me go into 3D view so you can see what the outcome needs to look like. Actually, there ain't no toolpaths on it. I got supposed to be toolpaths on it, but there ain't. Okay, so let me go back in 2D view. What I need to do is go from this size, which is 16 inches, and
hmm
make it 18 inches, and make these resized to the right widths that they need to be, and maintain the mullion, the distance between here, keep these
hmm
mullions at 7/8 and keep this distance from here to here at 2 1/4, from here to the edge here at 2 1/4.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
I know you
You
could
didn't,
do a rectangular door. I've done like a glass for like mullion door, and it's really no issue. You go in the node edit and you select uh go around the highlight the nodes and the ones that are red.
so you want the whole thing to get bigger, except you want the distance between um, the two, the mullions, if you will, to stay the same.
Yeah, yeah. I want to keep this geometry. I want these to grow, to get wider as needed, and this and all this to get wider as needed. But I don't want the distance between the two mullions here to change. So should I maybe isolate like this Y here and grow it
You
and
know
keep
what might work, and I don't know. This is a might work. If you take and you draw a line uh, from the apex of that center shield looking
mm-hmm,
part, yeah, right at the vertex there.
right up here.
Yep.
Let me see if I can get my line tool to work here. So right here
Uh-huh.
and draw it straight down
Yep.
all the way to the bottom of the
Yeah, it
door here.
doesn't really matter how long it is, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then end that.
Okay.
That's not straight because I can see that your
Yep.
the tip is
Okay.
not aligned. And
Yep.
the point was to split it down the middle.
Okay. I got you.
Uh, yeah, so like you're mirroring it.
There we go.
Mm,
Okay. And then like maybe cut these vectors in half and mirror it.
yeah, and then you might want to just copy the before you do anything silly, copy these vectors onto a new layer. We'll experiment on that layer. Yeah.
Let's just make that one. Let's click OK. Let me activate layer 1 here.
Yeah, and then you can turn off the other layer so you're not gonna mess with it.
That's one thing I found out about layers. You can't have too many.
hmm All
Okay.
right, so use your clip tool and get rid of one side of that design.
So let's go ahead and let's just get rid of the left.
Yeah, don't get rid of the border.
Okay. So all this.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can select all this.
And I don't know if this is going to work or not.
Okay, so
Uh,
that's going to get rid of everything,
yeah,
even the center
yeah.
there.
So hold down the shift key and click that center thing. All right. Now get rid of the other stuff. You can hit the
Just
delete
did
key. Now come get your
scissors.
scissors and trim that half.
Some reason when I click on some of these things, it don't take
Okay.
icon.
Now, um, you need a bigger piece. Is that it?
Yeah, yeah. I was just going for something simple, like going from 16 to 18 right now till I get my head around how it has to be done.
Okay. Um, see. So click and drag around the inside.
All these vectors.
Yep. Okay. And come over to the scale key up top there. There, right there. Okay. You want to increase the height, you're saying, right?
No, the width.
The width. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, do you know how big it will be?
It will be the total width of the whole entire door will be 18 inches. So I'm going
Okay.
up 2 inches
Well, currently
on the width on the
it's
which would be the X.
yeah. Um, just a second here. Be right back. Okay, there's a percentage that you can multiply out to get to the larger size, and I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But let's put in 10% as the percentage. You click the inches thing where it says inches,
Uh-huh.
click
Go to
it.
percent.
Yep,
Okay, make it 10,
110%.
110,
Yep,
and then apply.
yep. See, now that unfortunately moved your money, whatever those things are,
Yeah,
as
move
well.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hang on a second. I think I got something that might do that. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I thought I had a book on that, but I don't. Um, or I couldn't find it in the time that I thought was reasonable. Um, Long and short of it, probably a smarter person could do this than me, but I don't think um, because you're scaling everything proportionately in both X and Y, it's going to change. Uh, it's going to change the design, and it's just going to grow.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, so unless you did this with something that was parametric, maybe, but even then, it's going to be difficult.
yeah.
Um, Go ahead. So
It,
you could undo that if you want. Because that wasn't the Control Z.
um, let's see. I saw on what's his name? Eli. I think his name is. I can't remember his name now. He's got a V-carve tutorial program, but or not program, but
Hmm.
website or whatever. Neil Ely or something like that. Um,
Okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking
but
about. Go ahead.
um, he did something similar, but not with arcs and stuff. But he hit and he took and he grabbed the let's say this was a just a regular um regular mullion or square door or whatever raised panel
Hmm.
door. He had different geometry, and he selected all the geometry and noted it, and then he highlighted, for example, um, these nodes right here.
Hmm.
Okay, if he's going and up, going up,
Hmm.
and he just drug it up. As you can see, that doesn't
That
work too
doesn't
good.
work. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, Doing that with a square door works.
yeah, yeah,
So, but when you start adding angles and relationships between spacing,
yep.
it doesn't necessarily. But you could use the node edit on that long piece there.
Mhm, mhm.
Click on that.
This one.
Yep. Now come down and just drag over the two bottom vectors. Okay. And use the down arrow key a couple times.
Make it longer.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Keep,
length.
you know,
I keep
that
going
that
down.
would that would get you longer,
Yeah,
but now it's a different design than the previous one. Um,
yeah. Only
because
thing is, it's
ratio,
getting it wider. That's the. I mean, getting it taller shouldn't be that big of a deal because I could do like you said. Um,
hmm.
I was just thinking if there was some way that I could get, for example,
Do you know the arc angles and all of that?
I don't right offhand, and I can't get it to get a dimension on the arc
Because I
angles.
almost guarantee those were originally designed with a compass.
Well, it was designed in SketchUp is what it was designed. I just took it in SketchUp and got my arcs where I was happy, the center lines, and I just offset them by 0.43757 on both sides. And
Hmm.
then I took that into NanoCAD and created my actual arcs and then brought it in here and joined everything. Um,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, like I said, most most of this ornamentation patterns, which is this is part of that, are based on compass and pencil and ruler geometry.
yeah,
And you can scale geometry, you just change the arc size and of the circle that you were using. But
right, right. See,
um,
I can't even click on that and get an arc dimension.
that's because it's joined.
Okay, so if I
So if you
explode it,
if you click it and hit node edit and send it back to being an arc, you can get the dimension. You click that one and cut. Hit C for cut. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, you're using the wrong tool. You want the inspection tool.
Oh, the inspection. Okay.
It's up. Nope.
Yeah, I can't.
It's in the first under edit objects. It's all the way to the right on
Yes,
the
the
first
one
row.
with yeah, that's one. Okay. That's one of my deficits for my stroke. I can't find anything. Okay, so if I click here and here, that's going to give me my, okay, so I'm looking at the,
Did you ever
what am I,
click second point?
now, okay, X and Y span, distance, angle. I don't have radius on there.
Click the span contour properties button.
I'll do it again.
Try it again. Yeah. Only you pick 3 points. You pick the start point, midpoint, and end point.
It won't let me
It's the
click
one
on it.
below it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Won't let me click on it. Need to go in the node edit maybe. Won't even let me go in the node edit.
Close that. Click outside of the drawing one time.
Okay.
That should have cleared whatever you had selected. Now go back to that. Yep. Try it again.
Span. Still won't let me click on it. Huh.
Yeah.
I got snap on.
Yeah, that shouldn't. Okay. Close.
Maybe I need to explode the whole thing. No, it should just grab this one line, shouldn't it? This
Yeah.
one arc. Where is that daggone?
Right there.
Span contour.
Hmm.
Parameter number of spans, model cross selection. It won't let me select it. Won't let me do nothing to it. I'm on a two-sided view. I'm on the top though. Or two-sided. I'm using
Yeah, that should.
two-sided.
Yeah, you're in
Yeah.
the right spot. I don't know why it's not letting you select it. Okay, let's try something different. Go up to the right next to the line tool. There's an arc tool.
Yep. 3-point arc.
Yep. Click that. Select 3 points. No, oh, middle point too. Yep.
It's not exactly the same, but set radius 20.9129. That's awful big radius. Wonder why it didn't create the arc like it was supposed to.
I don't know. Try it again.
Control Z. There's more than one node there. I wonder if I clicked this and went up.
Yep. Click it.
Okay, so it's saying 8.4694 is the radius.
Okay. So click inside of the 8.4.
Okay.
Okay, and copy that. Here,
Okay.
Control C. All right, close. Go up to circle.
Okay.
and put that radius in there. You got to click radius.
Control V. And create.
Create. Yep. I created it somewhere on your page. There it is off to the side. Okay, now close that. Double click it. Double click it again. Okay, move it over into your drawing near that arc, and let's see if it looks close. Um, you can use the arrow buttons to make it easier. Don't grab it by the edge because that'll
Yeah.
change the shape.
Yeah. Okay. So
You got to
just
double click it.
go up or down.
You got to double click it. There we go.
Yeah.
Now you go up. And you can
Not
also go
quite.
over. No, not quite. Is it?
Nope. Hmm.
Your radius is actually bigger than that.
Yep. Um, I wondered if I could do this. I saw somewhere where you create Gothic arches by taking two arches and merging them together so they come to a point. Which is pretty much how I did the original. Um,
Hmm.
let's see. I might have to stick with SketchUp. I like to use SketchUp because it's got the it'll create a uh what do you call it? Tangent arc. So if you start from here and go to there and click arc and you just click here and it will create a tangent arc.
Hmm.
Um,
What is the size of that drawing?
the total um size
Width and
is,
length.
let's see. I don't have to, let me get this circle out of the way. This is supposed to be 16 by 24.
Okay.
That's what it's supposed to be. I don't know what it is now anyhow. Let's see if I draw a rectangle across here.
It'll tell you
Uh,
what size it is if you click on the set job dimensions
yeah,
in
yeah,
origin. Yeah.
you're right.
All
It's
right.
16 by 24. Yep. 16 by 24.
Okay. Um, all right. Let me see what I can do here.
If I could figure out a way to get it to at least get the center lines open, then I could just offset everything. Or, yeah, use the offset tool and offset it in both directions, make it 7/8 in between there.
Hmm.
Um, but it's,
Yeah, I suspect you're going to have end up having to draw a new one for each of the different sizes you've got
yep,
because it's not parametric and there's no
yep,
direct um, relationship.
yep.
Um,
They have door programs out there, but they're like $2,500. um,
mhm,
Panometrics and MDF Door Pro is two that
mhm.
I know of. Uh, they claim you could draw stuff like this, but I don't know. And have them resize. Uh,
Yeah.
they're definitely worth that price if you can do stuff like this. Because I've in the past, I reckon months, I've burned up. If somebody was paying me 18, $20 an hour, I've burned up $2,500 easy, and
Hmm.
haven't cut out nothing really to mount anything. Um,
Hmm.
but
Well, um, yeah, I was trying to see if I could recreate something real quick over in VCarve. Um,
I can send you this file if you want it. I can save it to Dropbox and send you the link if you want to look at it and
Yeah,
mess
I just
around.
don't know of a way to do what you're trying to do and
Yeah,
still
yeah.
keep the dimensions right. Um, but
But I like the idea of splitting it down the middle and just mirroring it.
mhm.
If they could live with this, see, what if I mirrored that across? Let's see what would happen if I just took all that and mirrored it. Actually, let me get rid of this arc here. Let's see, mirror, mirror, where's my mirror? There it is, to the right.
Mhm.
Okay, that's still not, I wonder if I just scaled that halfway up and then readjusted my mullions like they're supposed to be. I don't know. Something.
Yeah, there's whatever you do, it's not going to be easy.
No, it's not. It's going to be,
It'll be time consuming.
yeah.
Um, yeah, if you didn't care about what the spacing was on the millions, then it's an easy fix. But since you care about the spacing, it's not so easy.
Spacing is not really all that critical as long as they're not too narrow because I'm using a 3/16 bead and on a 7/8 mullion, it still leaves like a quarter inch, reveal at
Hmm.
the top of the mullion. So it can't go much smaller than 7/8, but it could probably go bigger as long as it's not too big. You probably don't want like a inch and a half mullion or something like that. Probably get by with an inch, inch and a quarter. Um,
Hmm.
but that's when you're going up in size. So you would have to make the smallest size you could possibly make that you want to make, and then go up from there. But then you get to a point where, okay, now they're getting too big, so I got to redraw it again. You know, um,
Yeah, I don't know that your multi-thousand-dollar window program will be better.
yeah, I believe it would be. Yeah,
Oh, I don't know that it would be though. You'd have to take it into there, have them do a demo and
yeah,
tackle this exact problem before you spend that kind of money.
yeah.
You know, but
I mean, this company, they do quite a bit of MDF doors and this stuff, and they come across situations like this a lot, but never nothing to this degree that I've come across. It's
mhm,
mostly like X mullion doors. I did one a while back that had an X and then a circle in the center, like a donut in the center.
mhm.
Um, Actually, it was a cross. It wasn't an X. It started out as an X and then it went to a cross. Looked like a scope, rifle scope. That's what it looked like to
Yeah,
me. Um, and that was fairly simple, and I could resize that and everything. Um,
those three center pieces, um, yeah, that one and the two long ones,
yeah,
they all share the same arc.
yeah,
I mean, if you were to use the extension tool, it would probably, and you click the end of that piece, it would probably just go right down to the long piece below it. Um, so if you
one
figure out that arc,
one thing I found about the extension tool, though, it looks like it just makes a straight line. Like if I wanted
it
to
usually
take,
does.
yeah, like when I first did this, it wound up wanting to put this part right here of the arc uh
Hmm.
too far in or whatever, or it
Hmm.
was up too high. I just wanted to extend it down, so I used the extend tool. It looked like it just put a straight line down there,
That it usually does. Um,
and not an arc. It didn't continue to arc,
mhm.
like stretching it.
You remember how you drew this to begin with?
Yeah, pretty much. I could reproduce it.
and
My
just
mi
at a bigger size,
Yeah, my memory's not like it used to be, but I did document it. I've started recording a lot of stuff I do for personal reasons, just like this, so I go
Sure.
get back to where I was at. If I dared sitting through 3 or 4 hours of trial and error all over again. But that's I mean I did it in SketchUp. I wonder if I still got that file open. Yeah, there it is. This is what I did in SketchUp. I just drew the arcs and
We can't see your SketchUp if you're showing us.
oh yeah, okay.
You have to select that from the share screen again.
Okay, can you see it now?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I started out with, and I pretty much took a wild guess as to what this this arc here needed to be, and I drew up the center lines of it, and then I just offset it to the left and to the right, or top and
Hmm.
bottom, until I got the mullions like I wanted them. And then I played with this because this wanted to wind up um, way over here somewhere.
Hmm.
Actually, it was almost dead on 7/16. So I just took this line and extended it down, which wasn't that hard to do in SketchUp. But I could use this as a template and probably get it to the size I need with some work. Um, but that's probably what I'm gonna have to wind up doing. I'm sure it is, because they're gonna
Hmm.
want a 3 light too. So that's a whole nother ordeal right there. Um, but yeah, I did a 3 light. I think I've got an image in let's see, Facebook here. Yeah, let me go share my screen here. There's the original three light that I did, but you can see here how this right here is wider than, or it looks wider than it is right here.
Hmm.
Um, it's almost 7/16 wider when I pulled the dimensions on it. Like this
Yeah.
is two and a quarter, but this is 7/16 wider.
Yeah. Makes
Uh,
sense.
um, and that's not, it's not bad. It's just it's one of those pet peeve things where you want everything to be, you know, symmetrical and all that
Perfectly
kind.
aligned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't
everything
think that
perfect.
I don't think that can be.
Yeah, I really don't either. Um, they're probably gonna have to live with this being wider. They want 3.
Is this what it is? They said, "Oh, we want that all to line up and be the same width."
No, they didn't say that. It's just general practice that I use.
Okay,
Actually,
because
they gave me a I don't know if I can find the um original picture I had here. Let me see. Let me go um see if I can find the original
so,
photo.
for instance, if those mullions were 3/4 of an inch wide, uh, then it would be impossible for the top outer, or not top, but those outer triangles to line up the vertical lines. They couldn't possibly line up. They'd always have to be uh, a different distance apart, the 3/4 inch or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think that, as far as the three light one or whatever you want to call it there,
mhm.
they're probably just gonna have to live with this as long as it's not let too much less than 2 1/4, because they got to put hinge holes in here and they only got a certain amount of room, before it starts get too narrow. I think 1.75 inches is the least width that they get by with.
Yeah, where is that? I have a very old book. It was called um I believe it was called The Art of Ornamentation. And it goes through all of these old Gothic designs
Yeah.
and it shows you where the architect put the compass, and the pivot points and how he figured out all these things. And it's from like 1917 or 19, it's a real old book.
Yeah, they were a
Um,
lot smarter than back then. They didn't have computers, so they were forced to use
yeah, mechanical
what
drawing.
they. Yeah,
They,
and that's how I started out drawing cabinets and stuff. When my dad he had a big old pad of 1 inch graph paper, and that's how he drew up all his cabinets. He
yep.
based everything off of 1 inch equals it, or 8 inches equals 1 inch equals 8 inches,
Hmm.
and we just drew it all up like that, and it was, and
1/8 scale, I think. Is that it?
yeah, I
Mhm.
think I think that's what it was. I
Mhm.
just that was something I came up with so I get a whole kitchen on a big old pad of one
Sure.
inch graph paper, and then use my ruler to
Hey,
get everything. But
let me look. I think I just found the book. I thought it was in the other room, but I think it might be in here. Hang on.
looks like they'd have a compass. I know they got a compass tool, but something that you can say, okay, I want to start my point right here. That would be like a arc through point, wouldn't it? Start, center, start, and then
Ale. This one is the Elementary Treatise on Mechanical Drawing, also very old, 1897.
ooh, that's an antique. That book's worth money.
Yeah, the Collier Engineering Company, 1897. Um, while I'm here, I will look and see if there's anything in here about Gothic arches, but I don't think so. Uh, yeah, I didn't realize this book was quite that old. Uh, I'll have to take better care of it. Anyway, I don't think that's going to be in there. But if you wanted to learn how to make um, a flywheel for uh, a bandsaw wheel, that's all in here. An eccentric brake lever or a 5-inch globe valve. I
Yep,
mean, it's literally old school book. Let me turn off the background.
yep.
Yeah, yeah, literally old book. Anyway, um,
I had to go through and look through some of my dad's old plan books.
yeah,
And
the if I recall, I got the one about the ornamentation, the art of ornamentation from the Gutenberg project, where they have Project Gutenberg or whatever it is, that where they have all the old archives of old books that the copyrights have expired, and you can just download them. And you could publish a new one if you wanted, um, based on that, and it's all yours.
hmm,
Um, but yeah, well, I think I'm going to cut this short tonight,
okay,
um, because taking a medication that is making me a little weird today.
loopy.
Yeah, and I think I want to cut it short. We usually go 2 hours, but um,
Yep.
having difficulty concentrate.
Yeah, well,
So,
I understand. I know exactly how you feel.
yep. But if anybody, found this helpful or they want to see another one, we usually have more folks come into these, and we have all sorts of conversations. You never know where it's going. But we do these every Wednesday at 7, usually from 7 to 9 Eastern time, and we broadcast them on YouTube. Scott, I thank you so much for coming in tonight. And I'm sorry I couldn't solve your problem, but if I'm going to keep looking into it, and if I do find a solution, um, I'll do up a little quick video for it and send it to you.
All right, that sounds good. I appreciate your help.
All right. Have a good one,
Y-
everybody.
All right, you too.
Bye bye.